was watching this interview.
How did you not know this one? Bro,
I used to thought I could just write my shit up.
no. You can write down off as soon as we mention the show.
Access Radio, WIAX, the future of radio and podcast. No limit to what we do.
Janelle, celebrity vocal coach right here, and I am a part of Give It Life.
And ratchet, we
And
bringing
real, extra ratchet, raunchy.
That'll be everywhere. Like.
What we got coming up?
Other shops is upstairs, but we down here by also, man.
This nigga got hit the wall off the set.
We leave that up to Vito.
Out the river, sip it up. Your nurse send me a back it up. Make your hips swing, lean and up. Till you lose your head, then you try to walk. Head ya, girls, you get it in. Till your phone start ring, ding, 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 ding. And I be my way to him. Zim, my boyfriend, killer. And she make up the night time. Things to me in a style and never see you win. Beep, we on the way, and we're glimmering. Wet like a summer dripping on you. I got him, I know. I got him, I don't give a fuck. I got him, I know. I got him, I know. We all pull up on my foot the same time. Then I wanna me time. And they got the chillin' at the meantime. Come and feel like. But one pop it on you like me pop a rubber band. Body like a bag of money to me rubber band. You love me body, Slap up, you love me body,
Hey everyone. Oh my goodness. I'm doing what everyone is doing. Cooking. So y'all are not gonna get cute today. Y'all gonna get this like scarf. I was just shifting flour. I don't know what y'all know about making rum cake. I've been soaking fruits all year. So I don't know who knows about making rum cake from scratch. But I was just shifting some flour. Then I got to make 2 cheesecakes. Normally, I do not do anything for this holiday because let's talk the truth. What's that, Wiz? I thought you were out to dinner. Whatever. Anyway. whatever. Normally, I do not do Thanksgiving. My only thing about Thanksgiving is it's like they killed us on Thanksgiving. So that's just my thought. But normally I'm in Vegas because it's a great time to be in Vegas. But this year, for the first time in 5 years, I am not in Vegas for Thanksgiving because I literally have stuff to do for these workshops. And Black Friday, I need to be here because Saturday I'm going to be doing an event. So I'm so shocked I'm not there. Anyway, but then the daughter is here, the younger one. She don't care about paying her holidays because I don't really cook. How can I say? I know how to cook. Let's go back to this. I know how to cook. I call it American Southern, I guess, Thanksgiving food. But normally I do more Caribbean food. But she loves candy yams, like no matter what. So she's begging me to make some candy yams. And then my mom is like such a baker person, but she passed away. But anyway, in our family, my grandfather was like the first Black African-American head chef in Waldorf Astoria. With that being said, I cook my ass off. So I just figured I was getting my mom's spirit, and I just figured I'll bake and give all my friends who were doing their Thanksgiving all kinds of pies, cheesecakes, and of course, freaking awesome ass rum cake. So I'm gonna show y'all something real quick. You see, this is how you soak fruits. You put it in here all through the months. You smell this? It's like, you can't smell it, but I'm telling you, it's full of rum and wine. So once a month you open it up, you put Ray and Nephew, you put rum in it, you put wine in it, you mix the fruits, you put it back in a cool place, and you keep soaking it all year long. And then it's time to make the good stuff. Start the good stuff. Anyway, we got subjects. I was just talking about that real quick. Hold on, who's this? Hey y'all, happy Thanksgiving, aka Family Day. Okay, I'll go with that. Family Day. Ooh. Okay, here's the debate. I'm gonna talk about something serious, but here is the debate. Hey, said, what's up, Red? What's up, Red? Here is the deal. This is a quick debate, and then we're getting into some really serious business. My other daughter, we were talking about this. Okay, sorry for the Southern people. Y'all can't cook. Have y'all seen some of these pictures that are coming out? They cannot, don't get mad at me. I'm so sorry. But Southern people can't cook. Northern people cook better than Southern people. Period. Bottom line. What do you want? Blueberries? Get your blueberries because I'm cooking. So.
Are you on live?
Oh, I am on live. You're on a podcast. You can make the refrigerator without them looking. No, you can't. You want me to get it for you? Let me get blueberries for her. Hold on. Yeah. Why don't you want them to see?
Because I don't got no wig on.
Here you go.
Thank you.
You're welcome. Blueberries. Anyway, first of all, do y'all remember back when you were little and you did do Thanksgiving and you tried to get something to eat? Your mother's like, nah, you can't eat. Like, you could not eat the 2 days before Thanksgiving. They were like, I'm not cooking. I'm making Thanksgiving. No, you can't have that Thanksgiving. You couldn't hardly eat. You only could eat like peanut butter jelly sandwiches. But back to what I was saying. I've been looking on Instagram and some of the food pictures have been coming out. I don't care what y'all say. Southern people, y'all can't cook. Hey, Red, what's up? Where's Blessed and Powerful Thanksgiving, a.k.a. Family Day? Yes, that's everybody. But anyway, seriously, I don't know what they're talking about. People up north, I feel like New York people cook better than Southern people. I don't care what anybody says. Maybe they could barbecue better, but their food to me having no seasoning and they have no color. And I'm just going to tell y'all, that's all I'm going to say. Have y'all seen some of the plate? Like down south, their go-to freaking meal is some baked chicken, macaroni and cheese, and like a cornbread and collard greens. Like, seriously. And that be some bland chicken looking on there. And then they love to make spaghetti. I ain't never seen people eat so much spaghetti in my life until I went further south. I swear, y'all love some damn spaghetti. Spaghetti like with real meatballs, not meat sauce, like meatball. I don't know about that. That's what I'm saying. But anyway, back to more serious business as I'm mixing this with sugar and flour. So everybody is definitely online. We're looking at the Shaquilla story and so forth. But I have some thoughts on another level. I don't want to talk about, I know the friend should go to jail and what's going on and all that. We all know that. Everyone's talking about that. But I want to talk about something that everyone's not talking about. When I looked at the fight, the girl that was fighting her, for whatever reason, I saw a lot of comments, and I've been listening to a lot of people make comments, and they, But believe me, I'm not on her side or nothing like that. But what I'm saying is people talking about how could she do that? How is that going on? And something dawned on me. Let us all be honest with ourselves. There are people that we all know that are capable of that. We all are acting like we're not capable of that. And that doesn't make that an excuse for what happened. Let's make sure that you understand that I am not defending this young lady. I'm not making an excuse, but I want us to examine ourselves in a sense. Because have you ever been that mad at somebody that if you could get them alone, you would just beat the shit out of them? Has there ever been a moment when someone has done something and literally you would beat the shit out of them? Oh yeah, the issue was the lying. Like I say, I don't want to get, you're right. The issue was the lying. I was just looking at something in the whole scenario. Don't get me wrong. No defense. I don't even get into it because everybody's going to be in agreement. Everything is wrong. They're lying. They're doing all that. I was just talking about how I was looking at Instagram and I was looking at people's comments in the sense of they were just like, how could someone do that? Like, fight her like that and stuff. And I really took a moment because at first I looked at it and I said that, but then I took a moment because I remember being mad at somebody. And literally, if that person was in front of me, I would want to just beat the hell out of them. Or be honest with ourselves about how angry we can get. A fight is a fight. Even if people stand around not breaking it up, it happens. That's what I'm saying, Red. I think you're on the same page as what I'm trying to discuss. I'm not condoning, again, if someone listens to this, please do not think I'm condoning what happened. Do not think I'm making excuses for what happened. I'm not. What I'm saying is, if you're honest with yourself, let me look this up because I'm in the kitchen, so it looks a little crazy. So if y'all see a shadow, I know I'm in the kitchen. I'm looking a little crazy. But if y'all are honest with yourself, have you known someone or have you ever been that mad or just like someone so much that you know if you got a chance to just like knock the crap out of them, you would? And I'm just saying, we don't examine how capable we are and how much anger we really have inside of ourselves, that we all do. Not like, I'm not saying everybody, but a lot of us do. A lot of us have moments, if we had the opportunity, we would drag the shit out of somebody. We really would, for whatever reasons. You know what I mean? And that's what I was looking at who we are, not making, like I said, not making excuses, but being honest with yourself, how things can escalate and get to that level of anger. We have it in us. Your average person does have that type of viciousness inside of us. That's what I was just saying. It just made me think about that. Because, we talk about relationships and we laugh and joke, but some of us have been guilty of smashing, windows, busting tires, punching somebody in the face, just being crazy over a man or a man being crazy over a woman. Some of us have definitely been guilty of that. I'm going to sit here and tell you, younger days, definitely have done some stuff, like allegedly stabbed my ex with a fork, like literally, like allegedly, but I'm just saying. That takes a level of anger. Have we ever reached levels of anger that we look back, we've just been super lucky that we didn't get busted or someone didn't press charges? It's just something to think about in a sense. Have you ever gotten to that level of anger? And you've matured now, you changed now, you know the consequences now, you have more to lose. But have you ever gotten to that level? I definitely feel in my life I have gotten to that level, and it makes me look at that like, wow, I was extremely, extremely lucky. Thank you, and happy Thanksgiving to you and yours, definitely. So that's just something I want to put across in people's head, just to think about themselves. Like I said, not making excuses, not condoning anything, just looking at the level of anger it takes to do something where things get out of control. Have you ever been there? Getting to that and going on to where I was going to go before, another discussion that I was having with a couple of friends of mine is about online dating. A few of my people that I hang out with thinks online dating is a little weird. Some people don't. Some people think it does. They feel like, why are men on online dating? because like what? There's just too many women out here. So what man needs to be on online dating? Um, this is their philosophy. Why are they on online dating? They feel like those are the rejects of dating because there's too many women out here. It's easy for men to get dates. So why would they be on online dating? All right, let me read this. Red. Been at the level, and if I wasn't scared of jail, I'd probably still behave that way. Thank you, Lord, for the growth. Ha ha. That's what. Going back to that for a second. That's what I'm saying. I'm glad you're able to um understand what I'm saying. Because some people, they take it the wrong way. They don't understand what I'm saying, and they're not truthful with themselves. One of the things that we have to be is truthful with ourselves. Because I think that is growth. That keeps us one step away from, doing stuff. To be honest with you, that's what I'm saying. If I wasn't scared of jail. And then that time that I had that traffic issue and I had to spend the night in jail, that really made me scared of jail. You don't have to worry about me because that was not fun. The food was terrible. The whole idea was terrible. It was absolutely crazy. No, I never want to go back there again. I spent one day in there, one whole day and a half. One whole day and a half? No, ma'am. No. There is no way I want to be locked up. It is absolutely, that 1.5 days cured me of a lot of stuff. I'd be like thinking about, oh, I want to slap somebody. I'm like, no, thank you. No. Nope, because that's that person who press charges. No, not doing that. It's not cute in there. I don't care what nobody says. It's not cute. I'm scared of online dating. Yep. It's all the weirdos on there. Just my opinion. Okay, thank you. Getting back to that. This is what half of my people were saying. So I did a quick little survey today, and 69, well, a little bit more, about 70-something% of women that I did, it wasn't a lot. It was just like about 50 women. I did a quick survey, so I can't even use this as numbers, but I'm just saying, out of these 50 women, most of them were saying the same thing. So I'm thinking about this. They were saying it because they're like, there's so many women out here. It's easy for a man to ask for a date. Why are they online? So they were thinking that they were the rejects, like something like they're just like the rejects of the men sitting online. So that's really funny. But unfortunately, somebody we know has an online profile. And I think he's a nice guy. But according to them, then he would be a weirdo. See, Red, you would say he's a weirdo then. So, is Chucky a weirdo? I want to know. I don't think he is, but he's online. He's been on online dating. So, I don't know. Like, that's why when I said that, I was like, oh my gosh, I know a couple of guys that have been on online dating. I know some people who got married to people who were online dating. And then I'm just like, why are y'all saying that? Maybe they, just want to go online and it makes it easier. And a lot of the women are saying no. They're saying absolutely no. Oh, yes, I would. See, I don't want to say that. I'm just saying, according to what they're saying, I don't know. Hey, Al, what do you think about men in online dating? I want to know what Al thinks. He's old school, so I'm curious. Al, wake up. Al don't love me? No, he's not going to respond.
I'm sorry, I had to turn the mic on. I was on the other side of the room. I was sitting there just putting together online profile for myself.
You
And
were? Okay.
no, I'm just joking.
Come on.
No, you're right. I heard what you said. I'm old school. I'm like, listen, if I can't meet someone face to face through an encounter, then I'm not going online searching for nobody. It has to be a natural, um, a natural situation. I don't get it because again, there's a lot of weirdos out there. There's a lot of people out
Okay, but
there doing
do you
crazy
think,
stuff. You know,
yeah, but do you think the men online are weird? So now the reason I say this, because I love my Wiz, but he has an online profile.
well, you got to consider he's a Cowboys fan.
He's not here to defend himself. Oh, I know a couple
Red
people
says, I know a couple that
married.
got married and are still happily married from meeting online
I
dating.
do
That's cool.
too.
It happens. It happens.
But I'm just saying what the
Red,
ladies
don't
are
laugh
saying.
at me.
I'm just saying what the ladies are saying. And when you think about it on that scale, because there is a lot of single women, all a man has to do is ask a woman out. It's either a yes or a no. Like, you know, you can meet them in the grocery store, you can do this, you can do that. So the question is, why are they online? Because there's so many places to meet them. Because my thing was, well, people are online because they're working from home and they don't have opportunities. But a lot of the women are saying, then you need to go out to a Home Depot. You need to go out to the supermarket. You need to go out places. I'm hollering. Cowboys fans are weird. I'm done. Y'all
You know what's
are
crazy
really
about
hard
that?
on the
The
Cowboys.
whole team probably got an online profile.
Ooh, Wiz is gonna be mad. He's gonna be so mad right now.
That's all right. He can be mad. I don't even care.
Oh my God. Oh Lord. No, I'm just saying for real. My thing is, I feel like, okay, so here's the thing. Used to be the statistics before where most people meet at their job and they get married. I know a couple who got married after 3 months of meeting on, Christians mingle. They are still together years later. Okay. There is a Christian. I don't like Christian. From my sexologist thing, I've looked at all of the online datings. I looked at all of them. Christian mingle is very interesting to me. But yes, they have Christian mingle. Of course, Black people meet. I feel like Plenty of Fish is like a hookup thing. I think that's all about sex. You know, swipe the little Plenty of Fish thing. I think that is. There's Hinge. Apparently, there's another one called Black now. Now, there's two online services that are for 50 and over. I do like how they separate. The other ones are everybody's age, but I do like how they have two older ones. So I do like the concept of the Christian mingle one, because if that person, that's what they're into, that's their belief, that makes a lot of sense. But it makes me wonder, so you couldn't find anybody at the church? Just wondering. Then I like the 50 and older ones for the people who are older. Those are, I think it's called silver singles. I think there's one like that. But my thing is this. Used to be that the statistics show that most people meet at work and they get married. That was the spot where most people would meet and get married, like different jobs or somewhere your job sent you and so forth. So now a lot of people are working from home. So from working from home, what do? Do you rely on being social? Now, of course, during COVID, online dating went rampant. So did people hooking up from like, all the little social media groups and things like that. But online dating just took an all-time high during COVID. So now that COVID has calmed down and has become regular, people are still continuing to online dating, but that's the question. A lot of jobs have you not going in. So what do? So there's online. But people are still saying they find it weird because you can just go places and meet people. You should socialize more. You should go to grocery stores, Home Depots. You should go to museums. You should go to lounges. You should go all these other places instead of just online. Now, for me, I've always wondered, because people say I don't like online because it's better to meet someone in person. But I mean, isn't it kind of like the same thing? Because people used to pull up at a gas station or pull up at a club and ask you out, and then you would go out with them. You don't know them. Isn't that the same as like online? But people say, well, I can feel something. I'm just like, well, my tip to you would be is, if you do dating online, then clearly you need to meet this person at a public place. I don't care how long that you've been talking to them. You should never do a first date going to somebody's house. First of all, why the hell are you going to somebody's house for a first date? Now that the world is back open, go outside and meet somebody. That's what I'm saying. But some people are still not. I'm just saying, if you do use online, you should be meeting in public places. Go to public dates. So it's like meeting someone. That way you can feel them out a little bit more. That way you can see who they are. You shouldn't really meet someone in any type of intimate setting, any type of closed off setting. I think you should do very public daytime dates in the very beginning. And just, I don't care. There's just so many things that you can do. There's just parks, there's just active dates, things that you can do where there are other people around. And honestly, you should really let people know where you're going. You should do your location. You should let people know where you're going. Um, I was not, when I was dating, it was not even a joke. If I didn't know you, and this is without online dating and with meeting somebody, when I went on a date with you and I met up with you, first of all, I was the type of person, I'll meet you there. But by some reason, if you were coming to pick me up, before I got in your car, I literally would ask you, I would take a picture of your license, your license, and I would ask you, can I see your license and take a picture of it? Because I got to send it to somebody. Not joking. Like, if you didn't want to do that, then that's fine. If you found that weird, that's okay. But I'm totally getting a picture of your license and totally getting a picture of your license plate, because literally, if I don't come home, they're going to be questioning you real hard, because you are going to be the last person that they feel like I saw. And that's it. So if you don't want to give me that information, I can understand how you might feel funny about it. But no, I need to know where it is. Because my whole point is, if we can go on a date, you can let me see your license and so forth. And not to say that someone doesn't have a pretend license. We're not all that. But most of the time, that's what you do. And I forwarded it to somebody. You should always have a girlfriend or somebody that you can really tell your true activities. So even women, if you out here hoeing, okay, your business. But if you out there, you should have one friend that you should be able to tell the truth to and be like, girl, here's his license, here's this, here's where I'm going. Even if you went out yesterday or so forth. And I'm just saying for your safety, because it's crazy out here right now. These men are really killing people. And think wisely about what you're doing. Like, there's too many men out here for people to be dating somebody's brother, cousin, or some dumb shit like that, and people coming after you. It really is too many. You got to stop. There's too many women. Too many women. Men. There's too many men. You say that there's not, but there is too many men out here for us to be doing the weird stuff, like the kind of weird kind of things that be going on. So with that being said, I think you should do it safe if you do it. I feel like you should always have somebody that you can really tell the truth about where your whereabouts are and what you're doing. And to me, I prefer not being online and put yourself in places that men are around. You're going to have to start looking at things and going to different things and socializing and doing that. To me, if you want to date online, be safe about it. That's all I can say is be safe. But there are a lot of people pretending online. So make sure you have your standards up, your eyes open, be aware of your surroundings, ask the right questions, and look around. With that being said, there was another conversation about paying for the first date. Y'all crazy out here. This new narrative where they're talking about go Dutch for the first date. Let me look around here. Even on my worst day, scarf, cute, whatever, old t-shirt, y'all bugging. I will not pay for any first date. I'm not paying for that. That's nuts. No. You asking me out, I'm not paying for it. Matter of fact, I'm going to tell you right now. I would never ask somebody out because I think words are a very important thing. So I would never say, hey, let me take you out. In the sense if that's like a first date, if I met you, no. If I was bold enough to put that position in, I would say, would you like to take me out? Would you like to take me out? Not I take you out. That's not how we gonna do that. I'm not doing that. That's nuts. I hear a lot of people talking like that. I think one of the biggest mistakes that women make is we put too much of our assets forward first. We gotta hold back a little bit. Right now, I feel like women right now are feeling like it's a competition between whatever woman can get there. This man is standing here and he seems to have everything that we want. And it's like women are in competition. So they're like, I'll buy you dinner first. I'll buy you this. I'll pay for this. I'll give you a gift. I'll do this. I'll pick up your thing. I'll clean your house. I'll suck your dick. I'll lick your balls. I'll fuck you every day. I'll just do all this. Pick me, pick me, pick me. And there's a lot of that going on. And what's happening is we're not thinking, why would you think these men would turn you down? If you're doing all of this, you paying for dates, you giving him gifts, you stroking his ego, you making sure your hair, your nails, everything, vagina wax, everything tasting good, you're fucking him daily, you just sending him affirmations, you are doing everything to say, I am the one for you to pick. So is she. So why the hell, if he got 3 of y'all doing that, is he gonna sit there and stop that? I wouldn't. That's crazy. Why? All of y'all are out there just right off the beginning, just boom, giving them everything. Y'all showing all your cards. I can cook. I'm this, I'm that, I'm this. Boom, boom, boom. And not only are you telling them, you're showing them. There's a difference with saying what you like, everything you're gonna do, but y'all literally within 2 months, y'all are just laying the goal out. And it's like, wow, is he really falling in love with you? Or everything that you're doing, everything that you're showing him. And that is what we have to be very careful with as women. Is this man falling in love with who I am? Does he really know who I am? Or everything I do for him? Because if it's the other way around too, why would I not be in love with that? I don't even really get to know you because you're just doing every damn thing. And I'm not saying that you're not supposed to do those things, but what I'm saying is you're doing too much. Women right now are doing too much because they're competing. It's not even the man. They're competing against the other woman. So I feel like you need to be careful. You need to show you in the sense of understanding you, getting to know you. Let him court you. Let him pick you. And not to say that you can't do those things, but bring them in slowly. You know what I'm saying? When a person deserves them. Like right off the bat, all of this is just insane. Let him get to know you, earn you, earn all of those privileges. And some of them, I really feel like we give up too early. We give up before, if your goal, and let me say this, because some women say the goal is not marriage, but if your goal is marriage and your goal is long lasting, then introduce them slowly. There's steps to this. You don't just throw it all up and be like, hey, this is this, pick me, because everybody's just throwing all this ass to them and throwing all this shit to them and just throwing it. And I'm like, whoever's got to, I'll be like, let me get it from her. Let me give her. She's buying me stuff. She's giving me gifts. She's taking me there. She's giving me sex. She's doing it. She's doing it. I would enjoy that for a while too and pick nobody. But when do you stand up and say, well, you know what? Yeah, I'm worth all those. I'll do all those things, but no. What are you showing me also to do all those things? Earn, in a sense, I'm not saying like somebody has to just give to you, earn like that. Let's not take it like that, but you know what I mean. When are we meeting each other? Also falling in love with my ideas, my way I move, the way I think, all of those other things. So the way that we connect. So I'm just saying that just chill out a little bit. Not saying don't give them something, but chill out a little bit. So when you go on these dates, please don't on the first day be like, yes, I cook, I clean. If you want me to come over your house and cook for you, I can cook for you and whatever. Oh, this was great. No problem. Let me go ahead and buy, next time we go out, I'll pay for it. I can't wait. I'll take my man on trips. I'm just like, oh my God. Why would I not date you? I'll come back for a second date. Shit. Yes, absolutely. Just saying. This is just what I believe, what I see, and sometimes I see women burnt out. I see them burnt out. And I just do. And some men are used to it. And you'll know because they'll tell you. There's some men that'll tell you. There are men out there that literally will tell you, oh, I don't pay for dates. There are men out there right now talking about they are the prize. I am very confused. There are several men out there telling right now their narrative is, hey, no longer is the woman the prize, the man is the prize. I'm the prize. So I was on, what is that, Clubhouse, and there was a bunch of men saying that. They kicked me off, though, because I asked them afterwards. I said, y'all up here talking about y'all the prize. When did y'all become bitches? Oh, they tried to lay into me, so I laid back into them. You know, I am from New York originally, though. You know, I can be sweet and all that, but I'm just saying. Because that sounds like a bitch move to me. That sounds very female to me, to be like, I am the prize. Excuse me? That's insane to me. So now I got to court you because you are the prize. So now that's retarded to me. That's just absolutely, I don't care what anybody's telling me. Absolutely crazy. Y'all crazy. Y'all crazy. Y'all acting like girls now. I'm the prize. You gotta do all this for me. So I gotta buy you stuff. I gotta court you. I gotta give you flowers. Like, what the hell is going on? We are turning all the way around backwards. That's just nuts. Sorry, I don't want any man that's their narrative. I don't want any of my daughters to date any men that's their narrative. I mean, my daughters are married, but I still got two that's not. But I don't want any of my clients to deal with that type of narrative. And I'm not saying that a man is supposed to do every single thing for you. I'm not saying that a man is supposed to just bend over and be a bitch either. I'm not saying that. What I'm saying is there's a proper way to date each other. There's a proper way to get to know each other. And this new narrative in this new generation of not having roles, this is the confusion of what's going on. Nobody wants gender roles anymore. Nobody wants roles anymore. I don't know which way I'm going down the road now because they don't want no direction. And when you don't have direction, you have chaos. And that is what we need to understand. No direction makes chaos, which means if I don't have a role and you don't have a role, everybody's just going all over the place. And this is why we're getting nowhere. This is why it's a problem with longevities of relationships and so forth, because nobody has direction anymore because everybody wants to take directions and titles and everything away. They just want to go all over the place and act like everybody can have everybody's role. No, it's not designed that way, and it doesn't work. This is why when you fly a plane, could you imagine if the planes were up in the air and they could just fly everywhere and there was no direction? They'd be crashing into each other. Do you understand that when there's traffic, if there's no direction, we will all be crashing into each other? And when there's huge traffic, it's because someone's interrupting the flow. So then there's traffic that drives us crazy. That's the point. Because if everyone did what they were supposed to do, the traffic would move along. When you don't, it holds up the traffic. So that's the same concept. Men, women, dating, standards, all of this has a flow, has a role, has a title. Without it, a mess. And we are just literally going down that road and going away from it. And it's scary. It's absolutely scary. So if you're going to date with intention, I suggest that you write down the things that you want, know who you are, also as a woman, and I'm talking to the women for right now, write down what you want in a man, but also I implore you to write down what you have to offer him, because that's another problem too. A lot of us women just want, but we don't even know what we have to offer. So before you going out there trying to find a husband or a long-term boyfriend, you also need to know what you're bringing to the table. Besides, here's the magic word now. Here's the magic word. Besides your vagina, besides pussy and fucking, what else do you bring to that relationship besides that? That's what I want to know. That's where you need to work from. Let's ask that, put that on that corner right there, because I know you got that. We can work on that. We can do a lot of things with that. Let's ask yourself. Now, if you can't really think of anything before you start dating someone, you really need to figure that out. You do. Because all I hear right now because I don't really like this term bring to the table. That's another show that bothers me. But going on that narrative, when people talk about bringing something to the table, going on that narrative, it's funny because a lot of women, when you ask them that, this is what they say. I bring my own money. I bring, I bring sex. Like, I'm going to do this for him. I'm pretty. I bring sex. I can cook. Okay. All right. What else? Because I understand cooking now. All women can't cook. But I understand it's better to have good sex, but we all have vaginas. So we can bring that. And we can work on that. So besides the sex, I want to know what else do you bring to the relationship, to the man? What are the other things that you have that you can bring forth? And that's what's important, to know who you are, to know what you bring, to know all of those things. Now, when that is said, what do you want from him besides money? So when you list your list for men, I don't want to hear anything about money, and I don't want to hear anything about a dick. Then tell me what you want from a man. Those are the things that I want to hear about. Those are the things that you should be looking at. And if you can't complete a good list of at least 5 things, then you have some homework to do. You have some work to do on yourself. Because there's other things. What we have to understand, there are other things to have a long-lasting relationship, because that's not easy. I'm here to tell you that fairy tale does not exist. A relationship is hard work. It is. It's not going to always be pleasant. That is a fairy tale. So that's why you need to know the other things that you have to work with, because it strengthens the relationship when times are not good. You know what your partner means to the relationship, what they bring to the relationship. It helps when you have to go through the rough times. When you don't have a foundation for the rough times, this is why so many people, I call it microwave relationships, want to just quit. Now, sometimes a relationship is not going to work out. It's not. And that's okay. That happens. And people have to part ways, or people have to get divorced. And it does happen. But the rates that we have should not be going on. That a lot of people are lazy. They're not putting in the work. They think that this grass is so much greener on the other side, they can pick something else. And they don't understand, if they don't work on those things, when they get to the next relationship, the same shit happens. And it doesn't work out. You go from having a relationship every year, 2 years, it's the same thing. Because you need to understand what you need to make a relationship work, and what you need and what you're working for. If you don't understand that, then it's not going to work. It's that simple. You don't even know what your deal breakers are. Can you deal with? A lot of times a woman will see a man with some money, this, but it's his, let's just say he had a kid already. Is that secure? Is the relationship between his baby mom and him, or ex-wife, is that all ironed out? Is that a secure relationship? How old is the child? Are you willing to take on the responsibilities? Because there's no such thing as dealing with a person that has children and there's no responsibilities. Now, it's more responsibilities when the child is younger. But even when you meet someone, and this is what the delusion is, even when you meet someone in an older age and they have older children, you don't have to deal with them on the same level, but it affects your relationship still. Because they can have children, they can have grandchildren. What if that person wants their grandchild to come over? You are with the person, and what they want that grandchild to come over every other weekend. You're not into little kids. That's going to be a problem, because if they're family oriented and this is what they're going to do with their kids, then the child is coming over every weekend and then you're not into it. That's a problem. Even when they're older, even when they're in college, you're still dealing. Anybody that has kids that are older, you know that even when they get grown, when they get 20, 21, 22, you still dealing with, you never stop being a parent. You never stop being a parent. So you have to make sure that person, is in for that. If that person, like you said, if you have a child and they get married and they have kids, they're into the whole grandmother thing. They're into the whole things, the whole, that's something that you discuss. But people only think about what's in front of them. They think about, oh, he's good, he got money, he can take me out. Oh, this is good, he got a place. They don't think about everything else. So that's why I say, listen, you have to explore that. With that being said, it's Thanksgiving time. So let's just have a little fun. When do you think is appropriate to bring somebody by for Thanksgiving? It used to be you felt like if a guy brought you to Thanksgiving dinner, then y'all are solid. Like that's gonna be your boo. That's your man. He's bringing you. He's super interested because he's bringing around the family. But I've been asking some questions, and apparently, the rules didn't change. Because these Negroes will bring anybody to Thanksgiving because they just want dessert later on. I don't know if that's true, but I've been hearing through the grapevine that you can't count on that. Hi. So I've been hearing that you can't count on the fact that you got around the family. You met the family. People are introducing people to the family mad early. You can't count on meeting the family as a clue that you are in there. Al, what do you think? Do you think that still stands? If I bring you to meet the family, then you're important? Al better get on this mic.
I'm sorry. Well, nowadays, it's a different dynamic out there.
Yep.
And, 1 week, he or she could be with this person and the whole family done met them, and the next week is somebody else. And, there's no consistency. There's no value to the relationship. They just all over the place. So,
See,
like you're saying, it doesn't mean anything nowadays if you bring somebody around the family.
That's what I'm saying. Like, it's changed. That used to be an important thing. Now you like, okay. The next week is somebody else. Now, here's the thing. Again, I guess today is my woman day. When it comes to that family stuff and meeting them, I'm talking to the mamas now. You run that narrative. Oh, not true?
Hold on 1 second. Vocals by Jamel says not true. Explain.
Not true, right? Yeah, not true that it means something or it doesn't mean anything. Wait for her to answer. Okay, I'll just wait for her to answer. But what I was going to say is, when it comes to meeting the family, and if you are, I'm talking to my mothers now. You can control that. Because I'm gonna tell you right now, I have a son, and I told him from jump, don't bring. Okay, you got to be important to me for me to bring you around my family. No, for women it still stands the same. I'm saying what I'm hearing out here from men, it don't mean that much of a difference anymore. Women still have that kind of thought of, if I bring you around my family, you're important. But I'm saying the men's narrative, when I've been asking around, it's a little shaky. A lot of them just be like, it don't matter. They bringing them around. But what I'm saying to you, to me, the mother has control of that. I really do. Because when let me see, gotcha. Yeah. I feel like the mothers, I'm talking to the mothers. If you have sons, you're in control of that. You can nip that right in the bud. Because I'm going to tell you right now, I have a son, I nip that right in the bud. I told him by jump. I said, listen, unless she's important, do not bring her around here. Keep that to yourself. Do not bring one around here and then think that in 2 weeks you're going to bring somebody else and you still with the other one. Because I'm going to snitch on you. And I'm not going to do it. You're not going to bring her around here. Do not bring some jump off or some side chick. Whatever you're doing, I don't know, because I don't want you doing that. But don't bring her over to my table at all. Because I'm going to say, who is this? Because where is Nicole? I know Nicole. I don't know who this is. I'm going to embarrass you. Don't do that. Because I'm not going to participate in that. I'm not condoning that. Because I don't want that to happen to me. And this is the thing that's very important. We love on our sons so much that we don't check them sometimes. And we forget that we have to be their mothers too. And sometimes that's hard. Because I check my son. I check him in a minute. He already knows. I don't even know what's going on. I don't care. You bring somebody, that's who I want to see. So you told me you broke up with her. Because if I see somebody else, I'm like, so you're not with such and such? I'm going to call you right out and right there. Who are you? Because last week somebody else was here. Dead ass. Check that. He don't do that. Because I'll embarrass you. Y'all be fighting all the way to wherever you taking her home or whatever the case may be. No, sir. You're not going in and out my house. You're not visiting me. You're not meeting the other kids and the grandkids and all this other stuff. And then next week it's somebody else. And we all supposed to laugh about it and act like, oh, that's cute. No, it's not cute. Keep your dirt over there. You got your own apartment to do your dirt. Don't bring her unless she's important. That's all I'm saying. And don't bring somebody you calling your friend and it's something else, because ain't nobody stupid around here. I'll call you on that too. Trying to trick me? No, sir. Don't do that, because that's a whole nother conversation. Y'all little friends with little benefits? No. The friends with little benefits cannot come sit at my table and eat food. It's not a benefit to me at all. Because I want to talk to somebody that, that's going to be a benefit to the future that I'm going to have to deal with. That's going to be like a little daughter-in-law or something like that. I don't got time to waste my time on nonsense. And we as women, as mothers, we literally can check our kids. My dad would be like, where's the other guy? Yup. Dad will check their daughters. Thank you. Check them.
Absolutely.
We control that. Go ahead, Al.
Absolutely.
Yep.
The problem nowadays is that, like I said, there's a age gap, right? Where I think the value in relationship has gotten lost. So a lot of the older fellas, like my age and a little younger, they still have principles. The ones that are single, they're doing the right thing. But when you get to that age that's between, I would say, 18 and I would say 29 right now, they're lost because all they're worrying about is how many different women they've been with in the past 2 weeks.
Yep.
And it doesn't make sense to me. Doesn't make sense to me because I was young, but I was never like that. And the guys that I hung out with wasn't like that. We believed in relationships and having a serious relationship. And when it didn't work out, okay, yeah, we went our separate way, and eventually we found somebody else. But every week, every other day, you with a different chick, that's crazy.
My mother didn't play that. She did not play that with none of us. I did not play that with my kids. It's crazy. I did not play that. And that's what I'm saying. You have more control over what's going on. Even when your kids are older, you can still set a standard. Because you can say what you can allow. You always can say what you will allow in your house and what you won't. And they would literally like, well, if a girl's like, oh, I want to meet your mom, we'd be like, that's not possible. That, they'll know that's not possible because my mom, and they'll know my mother not going, that's not, no, we're going to have to skip that. And then that's a red flag to whoever's doing that. Oh, okay, we've been dating for a while. I can't meet your mother. In his head, if he's ignoring that, red flag, it should be, because I'm the type of mom, no, that's not happening.
The only exception I would say to that is if the mama is really downright crazy.
You still
Right?
gotta meet the crazy moms. I don't know. I
Yeah.
mean, it depends on how you see it, because some people would say I'm crazy, but it goes both ways. And even if you meet somebody and you don't like her, here's my thing. If I don't like you and I meet you, but my son brings you, I'll still deal with you and I'll be polite and cordial, because that's not my place to pick who he's with, as long as she's not disrespectful.
Right.
I might voice my opinion to him one time and say, I don't know if that's for you, but okay. I won't be disrespectful. I won't do, stupid things. He'll know how I feel, but I'm never going to show her disrespect. And I will say my reasons of why I feel a certain way, but I'm going to accept, because he's a grown man and I need to accept his decision about what he does, unless she is absolutely out of order. Now, if you come to my house out of order, like speaking to me or doing, first of all, that's another thing too. You know a lot, because my thing is, you could never come to my house and speak out of order. That's one thing. You can make your opinion, but you can never speak out of order, because my son would be like, oh no, this is not going to go over well. This is not going to go over well, because she's going to bug out. But he would intervene before that, because I feel like this. You can say to somebody, your mother, particularly, I don't like the way she's, like politely, but you know how some people just, oh, your mother's a bitch, or
But in our communities, they say that we are attracted to women who are like our moms.
Correct.
Yeah.
I wish that was
And
so.
I truly believe that.
Well, sometimes I wish that was so. I have not found that to always be so, because then I would have more respect of the whole idea. But yes, I wish that was so. Or sometimes maybe the total opposite. I don't know. Here's the thing. Women know what game. And I'm going to say this because I know, everybody has their own thing to do. And I'm going to say this as a mother. Sometimes when we look at our sons and they bring women, our sons can't see through the game, but sometimes the mother does. And I'm going to leave it at that because sometimes we can see straight through because she's younger and we see it. We're like, oh, you got a live one, baby. We see all of the game that she's playing. And we're just like, oh, wow. And sometimes when they're like, depending on their age, you just got to keep them, you have to approach it a different way. You have to keep your mouth quiet and let them fall on their face, but you can give them a slight little warning. But they're going to do what they want to do. But you're just like, Lord, please help us because, oh my gosh. Yeah. Because sometimes what we will see is you'll see the girl and you'll say, oh, he looks like he's into her and he wants to marry her. And you'll be like, she's not mother and wife material. She don't have it in her. She's lazy or she's this or she's that. You can just see it. And you're like, Lord, he's blind. He's blind by some dick sucking. That's what it is. He's blind by some dick sucking. He don't see. So this is what I have found that kind of gets them thinking. I say things like, babe, cute girl, very nice. Nice. Do you see her raising your children? Would she be the type of woman that bring out the type of child that you want? That will bring your child to full circle? I'm just curious. Do you see that? Can you explain to me where you see that at? She don't cook. She don't clean. And just a couple little things. She done came to your mother's house dressed very inappropriately. But okay, if you want your children running around like that, your little girl running around like that, that's your business. They start thinking about it a little bit. Like,
Right.
That's how you got to put it. You got to put it like, would you want your little girl to act like that? They start thinking like, wait a second, because this is going to be the mother of your child. Her standards are going to be how your child is raised. Because there's only so much you can do because she's with her mother. And either way. So is that how you want your little girl? You may like it right now, but is that how you want your little girl? So sometimes it works both ways.
Mm-hmm.
Is that husband material? Is that how you want the father? Is he going to make a good father to your daughter? Think about it. And then, sometimes you just can't tell them, I don't like them. Just ask them questions. Okay, but that's how it is. That works for you. Is your little girl going to be walking around like half dressed with nail polish and lipstick and, they start thinking, oh, wow, yeah. What about, you don't like this and you don't do this. Does she agree? Why don't you ask her right now? Like, later on when you're having a conversation, why don't you put up a situation that you would have with a child and see what her opinion is of how she would handle it. Right. And you will find out a lot about a person.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, so I'm going to leave it at that. Those are little tips for moms to sometimes you can't go into there like a bull in China and be like, I can't stand your girlfriend. I hate her. She's this, she's that. Because all that's going to do is make them dig in deep like a tick. A tick? A tick gets on a dog and just digs in and sucks the blood. That's how they do that. So you can't do that. You got to be like the lighter on top of the tick so it can let go. Mm-hmm. You got to start the fire. Stir it up a little bit. Get that tick off. Them little leeches. Protect our sons. Get them good girls. And I don't want a girl that's like a saint. That's not what I'm saying. I'm just saying one that is, of course, I'm not in a relationship. They're going to be in a relationship. But again, sometimes we see things that they don't see. And I'm going to leave it at that. I want everybody to have a happy holiday. We will be back. We have some new stuff coming up. I'm getting excited because we have some new things that are going to be like really fun. We're going to do some live things starting like next month. We're going to kind of do some live on the street things. That's going to just be fun. People are going to start coming to the building so we can connect more people and, hear more opinions. So I'm working on that. Same to you. Yes, same to you. I'm gonna go in here and make these cheesecakes for these people. Yeah, I'm making how many cheesecakes? I'm making a plain cheesecake, I'm making a lemon curd cheesecake, and I'm making a carrot cake cheesecake. Too bad y'all are not close enough because I would give y'all cheesecakes and rum cakes and all those good things. But according to Al, he got somebody cooking for him and doing all that stuff. Don't you, Al?
That's right.
There
My
you
baby's
go.
taking care of me.
That's what I'm saying. I know somebody's taking care of you. That's what I'm talking about. All right. I will see you guys next week. Happy holidays. I'm going to get back to this cake because it's been sitting here. I thought I was going to be able to move at the same time. That just did not work out. So I'm going to get back to this rum cake. Bye-bye.
You see that, right?
Yes. It says, yes, he does. Of course you do. I know he does. I said that with love. I knew that. I knew that. I said that with all but nothing but loving intentions.
Mm-hmm.
And Al, you better be good too. You better be bringing some flowers or doing something. That's all I say.
No, I'm on point. I'm on point. Believe me when I tell you.
All right.
All right.
Saying,
you have a blessed Thanksgiving, you and the family.
All right. Bye-bye.
All right. Bye-bye.
Press trigger, me no press people button.